let's see what are the topics that we're going to learn in this webinar. So first we will see how to declare variables and data types in SQL Server, command types in SQL Server, what are the types of commands we have, and constraints, how constraints will help us in programming, and how to write queries to retrieve the data from database, and what are views in SQL Server, and what are stored procedures in SQL Server, functions in SQL Server, and joins, and some useful commands. Now, first, let's get started with variable declaration. So let's see this. So normally, if you are a normal programmer, you might have seen that in all general programming languages, we declare variable like this, int age. So this is how we declare variables in general programming languages like C, C++, Java, or C#. We declare variable like this, int age, and we assign value very simply. So we just put age equal to 5, we assign value like this, and we print it. Like in C#, we use console.writeLine. In Java, we use system.out.println. In C++, we use cout to print it. And C language, we use printf, right? So this is inline comment in, this is an inline comment in normal, all these programming languages. In all programming languages, this is inline comment. So we give like this, inline comment, where your compiler will ignore it. And for multi-line comments, I'm sure all of you might have aware of it. So we use like this. So this is how we write multi-line comments in all programming languages. Now with this, let's see how we declare variables in SQL Server and how we assign value in SQL Server. See this now? So little different here in SQL Server. We declare variable like this. We have to use the keyword declare and @. So normally in SQL Server we use variable names with @. So this is the standard that we have to follow for variable names in SQL Server. And this is the data type. So I just declared variable age, @age integer, and this is how we assign value. So it's not straightforward. We cannot write just age equal to 5. We have to use set @age equal to 5, and then we have to use print @age. So this is how we print it. So we print. And one more change which you have to notice is in SQL Server, so this is inline comment. So which is not same with all other programming languages. So this is not inline comment in SQL Server, and this is inline comment in SQL Server. So let's see this, how this looks like in SQL Server Management Studio. So I just opened SQL Server Management Studio, and for this webinar, I'm going to use, I just clicked on new query, and I'm going to create a new database which I'll be using throughout this webinar. So create database, I'm going to create a new database, and I'm going to give the name as webinar. Okay, so let's create this. I'm going to create a new database, and its name is webinar, so let's create it. Now the command got successful. Now let's see whether the database got created or not. Now you can see that there is a database webinar, and I'm going to use that. So so I can change it here from this drop down here. I can change that database to webinar because I want to create tables, and everything that we do in this webinar, I want to do it in this database. Either I can change it manually like this, or using command also I can change it. I can simply write use webinar. So let me execute this. Now you can see here that when I execute this, automatically this got changed here.